How are your operators picking at your fulfillment center? And how confident are you that you're utilizing the right picking approach for your business? I'm Dena Holzmann, Solutions Designer for TGW Logistics. Let's break down the different picking strategies and their implications for your fulfillment operations and automation needs. Let's start by defining picking strategies. When people typically talk about picking strategy, they often use two words, batch and discrete. But there's another dimension on top of that. We think about picking as a matrix with two dimensions, representing strategy and process. The first dimension is how many orders an operator picks into one bin destination or order tote at a time. You can batch, which involves picking items for several orders at once into the same order tote destination, to be sorted out later. Or you can order pick, which places only items for a single order into an order tote, eliminating the need for downstream sortation. The other dimension is grouping, which defines the picking process. This refers to how many bin destinations or order totes an operator picks into at once. Picking into multiple order totes at a time is clustering. Picking into only one order tote at a time is discrete. So, discrete order picking means placing items into a single order tote that contains only one order. This is the baseline picking strategy implemented with the TGW Flash Pick solution, utilizing the Pick Center 1, which presents one order tote at a time to the operator. Cluster order picking means placing items into multiple order totes at the same time, with each tote still containing only a single order. This may look like walking with a cart with several totes, or working at a goods-to-person station with put-to-light locations. Sortation happens during picking, so no additional sortation is needed later. The same two groupings can be applied to orders picked in batches too. Discrete batching means placing items for several different orders into a single order tote. This tote is sorted later to separate items and match them to each individual order. Cluster batching means placing items into multiple totes at once, with each tote containing items for several different orders. This can look similar to cluster order picking with carts or put-to-light GTP stations, but each tote requires downstream sorting to separate items for each order. The key difference is that any form of batching, whether using one discrete tote or multiple totes in a cluster, always requires a sortation step later. Order picking does not. Batch picking is ideal for environments with high SKU overlap, large order sizes, generous shipping windows, or predictable demand patterns, such as retail replenishment or promotional spikes where trending items drive volume. When these conditions are favorable, batch picking offers efficiency and high equipment utilization. If batching makes sense for you, consider your sortation options carefully. Automated sorters or put walls can be a wise investment to cut down on the time and manpower required for sorting. Depending on your order volume, goods-to-person or person-to-goods automation could be a worthwhile investment for the actual picking process too. On the other hand, when orders don't share many common items, batching loses efficiency, which makes order picking most effective when orders are small, varied, and time-sensitive. For companies with low SKU commonality, high order profile variety, and tight SLAs, eliminating the additional sortation step with order picking offers speed, simplicity, accuracy, and flexibility. If order picking is for you, look to capture a strong return on investment for automation that supports picking processes. Goods-to-person solutions like Flash Pick or Live Pick make a lot of sense for these applications. One more big idea I want to share. The truth is that it's not either or when it comes to batch and order picking. While it's important to pick the main strategy you'll be utilizing so that you can design the right automation solutions and operational processes for your team, it's worth exploring how to intentionally build flexibility and adaptability. Some of our most dynamic and resilient customers implement order picking as the main pick strategy and supplement with batch picking only during peak periods or for their highest velocity SKUs. The operator process for picking remains exactly the same, with an added sortation step only when necessary. Batching then becomes a tactical tool that doesn't require a lot of floor space or manpower year-round. Sortation on this scale can happen at a few dedicated or flexible workstations or a small put wall. The different picking strategies are not competing ideologies, They are complementary tools to optimize different fulfillment realities. The right strategy enables automation to work as intended rather than compensating for a misaligned design. When picking models align with the SKU behavior, SLA pressure, and replenishment patterns, fulfillment becomes more predictable, costs decline, and automation investments scale effectively as demand evolves. Want to nerd out more about picking strategies and the automation implications? Check out our blog, because the future of fulfillment doesn't just happen, it's picked with purpose.